Hello, I'm Monica Evans, and welcome to my teaching philosophy. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. Brad Henry. As a first generation college student, the primary people who helped me throughout my academic career were my teachers. If I had not had the support of my professors, I would not have made it nearly as far. My teachers were superheroes, and I want to help shape others the way that my teachers have shaped me. Which brings me to the question, what makes a teacher great? As for my teaching pedagogy, I believe that a great teacher does five things. They help bolster individual journeys, provide the tools and techniques for advancement, not perfection, provoke questions, inspire lifelong learners, and never stop learning. On the first point, I think that teachers help bolster individual journeys. As teachers, it is important for me that I meet my student where they are. Each student is at a different phase in their respective journey, and it's important that I meet them at that point in their journey. In the grand scheme of things, class is such a small portion of a student's life. Nevertheless, I want to help my students both in and outside of the classroom. To my second point, I want to help provide the tools and techniques that the student needs. What good is learning if I'm not providing my students with the actual technical information that they need to know? The classroom is ultimately a space for the fostering of knowledge. I would be remiss if I did not provide my students with the base knowledge of the subject matter. However, my pedagogy emphasizes that no tool or technique is perfect, and the goal of learning is to enhance and advance the student's skills. They don't have to be perfect, but they should be better. My next point is that we should provoke questions within our students. I want my questions to constantly resonate with my students. I think my students should constantly be thinking, analyzing, interpreting, and forming questions. As a teacher, I pride myself on being able to provoke my students' curiosity. To my next point, I think that students should be lifelong learners. They should be curious when they leave my classroom. I hope to inspire my students to be lifelong learners, even if it is on a subject outside of my expertise. It's my hope that throughout my teaching, my students will see my passion for learning and be inspired to do the same. Finally, as a teacher, I want to make sure that I never stop learning. It's important to remember that I'm a student and I'll probably learn just as much, if not more, from my students. But how can I do this? It's one thing to say my ideals, but application is an entirely different thing. So, how can I, as a teacher, translate these ideals into practice? The answer is practice. I dedicate myself to teaching and learning along the way, and by doing so, I will improve. Aristotle once said, "Those who know do, those that understand teach." It is my hope to become a better teacher after every experience. Teaching is one of the most important jobs that anyone can have, and I consider myself fortunate to be a teacher. Thank you.